Hello, everyone. My name is Mike Terrio. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great day. I know it's a beautiful day down here in the Sunshine State, so we're always enjoying that. And I appreciate you taking time out of your day to join us on this webinar. The goal today is just to provide you some information, and hopefully it's information that helps you grow your business and take your business to the next level. As we know right now, there could be different struggles, there could be different things that may be holding you back, or maybe just different things you didn't even know existed. So our goal today is just to kind of go through everything with you on how we can help ignite your success, take your financial business to that next level, whatever that level may be. For some of you, that may be that you want to be a $25 million annuity producer. For some of you, it may just be that you want more time off. Maybe you're looking to gather more assets under management. Whatever that situation is going to be, we want to be able to be there for you. And the great news is that Motivate has the resources to help you do just that. So as Motivate, you may wonder who the heck we are. Maybe you're not sure if you've ever heard of us before. Maybe this is the first time you checked us out, or maybe you're doing a repeat visit. Either way, welcome. Motivate is actually an organization of two different companies. It's Motivate Advisors as well as Motivate Investments. Motivate Advisors is going to be the field marketing organization or IMO aspect of it, where we can handle your insurance, whether that be your annuity business, your long-term care business, disability, anything that kind of comes along, life insurance, that all is going to fit within that field marketing organization. And then Motivate Investments is a registered investment advisor firm. We're SEC registered and ready to help you with any type of investment strategies that you have. Some of the great components that we have within that investment side, though, is that we are easily able to pivot and create different strategies for you to really stand out from the competition within your area. Together, those create Motivate. Now, where Motivate really came from is I am still a active producer. I'm still in the business. I'm still having my own personal firm called the Terrio Group, which we run quite a lot of business through. And so we understand really what you're going through right now. I think that the industry as a whole has some fixing to do, and I want to be the one that does it because I think there's a big misunderstanding and a tremendous gap between the advice that you're getting and the people who are actually giving the advice and whether or not they're really qualified to do that. My team, my practice, everything that we have is going to be the beta test to teach you and your office how to take your business to that place that you want to go to, whether that's a higher level of production or a higher level of efficiency. You're going to make the call on that. So when we talk about struggles today, we understand most people, if I ask you what's one thing, and you feel free to shoot these in the chat if you want to. I'd love to be able to have some people participate with me in this, but what's one thing, if you could think of, that's a struggle today, and really focus on that one thing? Here's what I know. Once you've actually really looked at the one thing that's holding you back, the thing that's really keeping you from the place that you want to be, you've already solved half the problem about how to fix it. So if you actually think about it, recognizing a problem puts you in a position of power that allows you to be in a place where you can create successes tomorrow. Now, if you don't know what that success looks like, though, it's going to be very difficult for us to be able to help you achieve that. We've got to figure out where you want to be. What does an ideal life look like? Get rid of all of the things that are holding you back and all the obstacles that are in your way, and we'll go from there. Someone just told me I need to enable chat. I don't know how to enable chat on here. I apologize. Maybe I can figure that out. It's not, it's done on it's not done at the webinar level, so I apologize. I'm not going to be able to enable chat, but I will open it up for questions at the end. So my apologies. Today, we're going to cover what we call the 5 C's. These are the 5 real, probably most beneficial C's that we can talk about when you're running your business. So when you have all 5 of these running together, you're going to see efficiency and you're going to see productivity that you've never seen before. So we're going to talk about the best practices, how to make sure you structure your marketing budget and maximize your profit. When's the last time your current organization asked you about your profit, right? Take time to improve your firm and build your practice. We call those days where we work in the business, and then we work on days on the business. How do we communicate with the clients? How do we communicate with your prospects, with your community, and get you out there? How do we have a business plan and a sales process to make sure you get those expected results that are efficient and effective, but also expected? I don't want to make it sound like a factory. I want this to sound like more like a machine, a highly tuned functioning machine that allows you to have a streamlined business so you can know exactly what you're working towards, putting yourself in that position of power. So I want you to sit back and think about, where will your business, if you don't make decisions today, or you don't make any decisions to change anything,
What will your business look like in 6 weeks? Second question I ask you is, where do you want your business to look like in 6 weeks? Right? And I'll give you an example of a client or one of our advisors that came on board with us, a gentleman named Todd. And Todd was doing well. I mean, Todd was averaging about $24,000 a month in income, so roughly $300,000. And on the surface, that sounds fantastic. But the real reality of the whole thing is he was still struggling because he's got overhead. He's got, to pay rent. He's got to pay payroll. He's got to pay health insurance, all those different things. And he also created a lifestyle that was quite expensive. So he came to us and said, guys, I'm really struggling. I need to figure out a way to get on top of this, be ahead of the game so I can create not just something that gets me out of debt, but also allows me to create a business that's scalable, a business that's sellable, things that I can do with this. And so we introduced him to what we call a catalyst program and cultivation strategies. And we'll get into this a little bit later. Once Todd implemented what we're about to go through with you, he's changed from $24,000 a month to roughly $80,000 a month in a 6 week time period. And he kept that number up. In fact, he ended that year with over $800,000 in target premium. He took his AUM from about 7 million to about 34 million, and his annuities were roughly right around $8 or $9 million. This all happened in 6 weeks because he utilized the 5 C's that we're about to go through. So why, when you look at these IMOs, you look at FMOs, you look at RAs, why is Motivate different? Well, here's what I believe. Okay. I believe that the industry as a whole is absolutely fundamentally flawed right now. And I think that most advisors know it, or we're just trying to figure out a way to fix it. When I first got in this business, I was helped by a mentor. I was helped by an FMO that helped get me to my business to the next level by teaching me systems, teaching me processes, holding me accountable. They knew what was going on with my business on a daily basis. They knew my spouse. They knew my kids. It was a family type of environment. But they helped me build my business by math, by utilizing numbers. One of the biggest issues right now that I see is many advisors are sitting here, right here, and they're trying to figure out how to get to that money, but there's a gap in there. And here's why the gap is there. You're dealing with an organization that's dealing with the masses of the asses type of approach. I don't have a more professional way of saying it. And with all due respect, unless you're doing a certain amount of production, you're never going to get a phone call. You may get an award each and every single year where it says, great job, Mr. or Mrs. Advisor. You put this much in premium. But when is the last time that company, that same company that provided you, strokes on your premium, when did they actually talk to you about your profitability? When did they discuss your margins? When did they discuss what the attrition rate looks like as far as your appointments, and really be able to fine tune your process to put you in a position to where you're actually acting like a CEO of a company rather than just a salesperson that's stuck on that hamster wheel. This is where Motivate's going to fill that gap. So we look at ourselves as what we call an ADP, or an advisor development platform. We don't even want to talk about the fact that we're quote unquote an FMO, because what we want to do is take you from having a small staff to having you be organized, being efficient, having a unique client experience that absolutely blows people away when they come in and see what you do and why you're different than the 6 or 7 or 8 other advisors that they've met throughout their lifetime. Instead of being disorganized, instead of having no process and feeling struggles with the appointment process, let's put you in a position where you have a strong team. Think about your current organization that you're working for right now. Would you consider them part of your team? What are they doing to provide you the support and the help to actually create that strong team approach that allows your clients to feel that they're with something that's bigger than just you? And I know that many of you with those large organizations, you feel frustrated, you're abandoned, you're scared, but you have a ton of pride because you're a business owner. You wouldn't be in the business if you weren't prideful, but you're super uncertain and overwhelmed with where in the hell do I even start, Mike? Well, let's get you to a point where we have systems and processes that can help you feel capable. Get you to a point of confidence where you're courageous to make those changes and take the risks that you need to take. And once you hit those numbers, you're full of pride and your company's running efficiently, and it can actually, get this, theoretically could even run without you. So instead of having an average day of not having enough appointments or not, generating enough revenue or being stuck in non-revenue generating activities, let's get you to the point where we can have strategic marketing and a serious increase in revenue, several different revenue streams rather than being a one-trick pony, creating a situation where you're a high close ratio advisor. And then you will be a confident, profitable business owner. If you don't know your numbers right now, that's okay. We're going to help you, but you have to know your numbers. You're running a business. I'd be willing to bet that the company that you're laying your premium with right now, they all know their numbers and they know exactly what you're worth to them, but they don't know what your profit margins are and whether or not you'll even be open in 6 months or so. That's called successfully failing. We need to fix these scenarios. So here's what's missing. Most advisors don't have anyone help them with a clear and concise front stage process. You may think your process is good, but is your process the one that's going to stand out to where people are absolutely blown away? Believe it or not, providing people with something that makes them feel good is going to make them more likely to work with you as a firm. What does your backstage look like? How is your support structured so that you are able to do what you do best? You should be spending between 80 and 90% of your time doing what you do best, which should be closing business, meeting with clients, helping your community out, doing those different things. So think of this almost like a Cirque du Soleil show. If you've ever seen a Cirque du Soleil show, one of the most amazing things are the acrobats and all the things that you see on the stage. But none of that would be possible if they didn't have a solid backstage that allowed them to create what you do best. A lot of advisors are missing tremendous amounts of opportunity by leaving a serious gap within their planning strategies. If you're doing just one thing right now, understand you're putting your company and you're putting your legacy at risk because it could be a situation where the next legislative move could take that all away from you. I want to put you in a position where you have multiple revenue streams and you're able to actually truly advise your clients using securities, insurance, tax savings, much more. You guys are the good ones. You're good advisors. That's why you're here. You're trying to find ways to become better at what you do, to serve more people, to help your community. Well, what if we could help them in several different strategies that not only helps them, but also helps you build your business in a holistic approach? So I'm talking financial planning fees, AUM, annuities, long-term care, tax strategies, disabilities, even estate strategies. Instead of having to have one system for each one of those items, what if you could have one process for multiple revenue streams? One strategy, one process. Because I'm an advisor, guys. I get it. It's hard to learn one process, much less 8 or 9 or 10, right? But depending upon how you're licensed, utilizing our process, you're going to be able to put yourself in a position where you can basically do everything humanly possible to recession-proof your practice. The 5 C's is the way to go. Catalyst, cultivation, consistency, close, and coaching. These are the 5 things that need to be running on a consistent basis for you and for your team to help you hit those goals and those dreams that you thought about earlier when we talked. The problem is right now, when we look at your dreams and your goals, what we're seeing is 80% of advisors right now are handling their own marketing. So the question I'll ask you is, do you want to be a marketer or do you want to be a financial advisor? Same thing with digital marketing. Do you want to be a digital marketing specialist or do you want to be a financial advisor? If 80% of advisors are handling their own marketing, that means they're taking a hands-on approach to promoting their services. And if you're not hitting where you need to go, maybe looking for a professional would be a good way to go. 85% of advisors find it challenging to allocate their time towards marketing efforts. So if 80% of you are doing this on your own, but 85% of you are having a hard time finding time to do it, do you see where the disconnect could be? We see advisors spending only 2.1 hours per week on marketing efforts and on average. And with all respect, our business is not the type of business where someone's going to do a drive-by and say, you know what? I should walk in and meet with Mr. or Mrs. Advisor and talk to him about how I'm going to manage my $1,000,000. Let's just be honest, it's not how it works. You've got to have a strategic marketing plan, which includes both inbound as well as outbound strategies. Gone are the days of being one-dimensional within your marketing. The true silver bullet, if you want to really look at it, is utilizing inbound and outbound to your benefit in an efficient and effective and cost-effective manner. So we start sitting back saying, how do we really get this done? Because it can be overwhelming. So let's start with the first one, the catalyst. Okay. Catalyst is going to be basically something that we can do right now that generates revenue for you and your company. We're trying to make this as immediate in nature as possible. Okay. So what we see when we talk to people about Catalyst and we talk to other advisors, most advisors are giving us the fact that they're doing workshops. Workshops can be a fantastic way to get in front of people. In fact, we see over 70% of all advisors utilizing workshops to increase their brand awareness, increase their exposure. They're making sure that they're no longer the best kept secret in their area. The second one would be prospect lead generation. Some people are utilizing lead generation companies, different things to try to build a rapport that way or build it generated, but those tend to be expensive and tend to see as, pretty significant reduction of leads versus actually people you close. So where do you think most people are missing the opportunity to jumpstart their marketing? Believe it or not, you already have it. You already have it available. It's your existing clientele. If you have existing clientele and you have a book of business and you're not keeping in touch with your existing clientele, you're absolutely missing what it means to be a business owner. Because there's so many different ways that you can help these different clients. And if you're missing those opportunities, you're missing out on an ROI that is exponential because these people already trust you. They already want to work with you. And they're really more than likely at this time and place looking for help. Now, 7 out of 10 advisors do have success obtaining leads through hosting events. But when you look at that, that's going to take a certain period of time to get that launched. Getting to the point where you actually have your existing clientele coming in to see you, that you could provide value for that is something that motivates, specializes in helping you. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you keep that for the end so we can ask questions on that and help guide you. But when we talk about 7 out of 10 people seeing seminars as a success, keep in mind those don't always have to be the old traditional direct mail seminars. You can do online educational webinars. How do I know that? I'm doing it right now. You're on with me, right? A video sales letter where you can actually do a 10-minute, 20-minute, even sometimes 30 minutes webinar so you can get those out to the existing clientele to leverage your time and let them know you're available. Social groups, local businesses. One of our advisors had a seminar that he did that was completely, and he texted me and said, I think it was a bust. From that one seminar, he did over $2 million worth of business from one client alone, who then introduced him to their business. And then he threw a retirement party for them. And he did all these different cool things. And now his book right now, this week, he will probably close this week, $12 million of new business. In-house workshops, maybe a product specific strategy where you bring your existing clients in and let them know of something that may have changed in the environment. Long-term care facilities. Do you ever think about the fact that your clients and your long-term care facilities are sharing the same type of prospects? If you can get with the long-term care facility, and we have a process for this, they will pay for the marketing to fill it because you're going to tell the clients and the prospects how to pay for it. And then last but not least, what about college courses? This is just a sampling of different things that you could be doing to take your business to that next place. Okay. So once we have the idea of getting in front of people, now we have to talk about the current topics. What's relevant, what's not relevant, blah, 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 blah. This is where I see a lot of people making mistakes, especially the 80% who are handling their marketing on their own. If you're creating your own bullet points, my question for you would be, where are you getting the data to create those bullet points? Because if it's something where people are talking about market volatility, inflation, or they're talking about guaranteed income streams, or they're talking about taxes and the long-term effects that taxes can have on them, those are going to attract different types of people. Copy and the type of copy that you utilize will attract different type of people. If you've never utilized this is something you can learn out of today's webinar. Google Trends. It's free. Go utilize it. But what I want you to look at on this Google Trends is blue. The blue is financial planning. That's way down here on the bottom, if you can see my cursor. Annuities, just a step above. Life insurance, a little bit. But look at the spikes when the stock market has volatility, and look at the spikes with taxation. The one thing with taxes, and I tell people this all the time, I don't care if you're Republican, I don't care if you're Democrat, Independent, I don't care. Taxes are the great uniter. Everyone unifies around the fact that we can hold hands, sing kumbaya, and say, we don't want to pay excess taxation. So if you're an advisor out there that doesn't know how to have these discussions, look at the opportunity that's being lost by you not having those arrows in your quiver, if you will. But if you're using the topic of guaranteed income streams, which is the annuity, and you're going to spend your hard-earned money on that, whether that be through direct mail, through digital marketing, whatever that's going to be, because someone told you to spend money on annuity marketing, and it comes back, and that's one of the worst performing topics out there, you're going to get beat by another advisor that's using the proper topics. And with all respect, you're not differentiating yourself. So when we create our seminars, when we create our workshops, seminars being ones where food is served, workshops being ones where you're doing this at a library or a college or something of that nature, we create them based upon the topics that are relevant at the time. We want to make the most best bang for your buck when it comes to your money. I'm not going to just sit here and tell you, go ahead, Mr. and Mrs. Advisor, invest a bunch of your money into something that could potentially flop. We're going to give it the best opportunity that we can possibly have by utilizing the resources that are available to each and every one of you. With our seminars, and this is our top tier seminar, this one right here, that we utilize Facebook. One of our Facebook dinner seminars, $23.99, which is a great price. Everything that we put towards that is going to go towards the marketing. We don't make any money off of this whatsoever. Our revenue is generated from your success. So it's in our best interest as a firm, as Motivate, to see you be successful at these. But here's the key component. All you have to basically do is sign up for this, and it's all done for you behind the scenes. And then you show up and you close business. You pick a time, you pick a place. We can give you the presentation that's going to be the one that's trending the most. And then we can utilize digital marketing to get you in front of people. Now, this $23.99, that guarantees 40 registrants that will come to your seminar, that you can sign up for your seminar. Of those 40 registrants, if we miss that number, we give you $100 towards your next event to make sure that you can continue with the consistency within your marketing and be able to put yourself in a position where you don't have to worry about that wave marketing that we see people doing. When you look at a workshop, it's a little bit different. It's $25.99, but there's no meals served. But we can still provide you the presentation. We still give you the bullets, still help you with the seminar, put you in a position to where you're basically turnkey this thing on. You're spending the rest of your days while this is being put together, meeting with your clients, closing business, becoming more successful. We will guarantee 25 registers for that. Again, for everyone that we miss, we will throw $100 towards you for the next one to make sure that your money is protected. Okay. Live webinars, just like what we're doing right now. $2,000 for a live webinar. You can do a live presentation. It's the same marketing as a traditional seminar. The difference with this, though, is that with live webinars, if you record it, you can repurpose this over and over and over and over. You can build your social media presence. The amount of things that you can do with a live webinar are amazing. You can have it continue to rerun, make it look like it's live, and have clients come on and check them out. And you could be booking appointments while you're at your kids' soccer games. Okay. What we're seeing right now is that advisors are spending on average of $15,000 per year on marketing. So if you look at the normal statistics of marketing, that would be a very low number for where your goals may want to be. The problem for a lot of advisors, though, is because they see this volatility within their cash flow, it's hard for them to be consistent within their marketing. And what that really do is it's greatly messing up their opportunities and what they could see from a profitability standpoint. So when we look at your numbers, the question I'll ask is, do you know your numbers? This is from our Motivate Business Suite. And this is something that I know for a fact we do differently than others. But what we want to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we want to be able to go through this and know exactly what's working and what's not. So if you look at this particular one, I can zoom in a little bit here and move this down. But what I'm able to look at on this Motivate Business Suite and our marketing dashboard is I'm able to look at the number one metric that you should be worried about. What's your return on investment? Okay. How many clients did you write from this thing? What type of accumulation did you build up, right? What type of client, what percentage of attendees became clients? What days of the week? What was the location? What was the event time? Why do I want to know all this stuff? I want to go through all these different things because I'm a business owner and I want to know where the breakdown is. See, there's three segments of an event. You've got your pre, you've got your during, and you've got your post. And we need to know where the breakdown is. So for example, this event time, this is actually a real client, real advisor. They had a 274% rate of return on their money, which is better than the stock market's going to more than likely give them in a couple of weeks anyway. But we want to see our clients at 1,274%, not 274%. So we had to figure out what was going on. Would you believe that 300% increase of revenue came from changing this event time from 6 o'clock to 6:30? 300% increase just from the time. But if that's not the issue, is it the Vino Grill? Is the Vino Grill the issue? Is it the day of the week? What about the income producing assets? Right? Or is it a situation where your staff's not getting people to your office? Is the client acquisition cost in check? This is what it means to be a pro. And if you, whoops, I am so sorry. If you want to get to the point where you are going pro, that's exactly what this particular sheet is for, to show you exactly what's working, what's not, so that we can address it, fix it, and then create profit from it. Again, what I said earlier, when you know what the struggle is and you can actually admit where there's something that's not working, you've already solved half the problem. And that's exactly what the Motivate Business Suite is going to allow you to do. So when I ask you, when's the last time your current organization asked you your profit numbers? We know. Every one of my vice presidents of advisory relations, which we affectionately call the Vipers, every one of them knows the profitability of each one of our advisors in their last event that they did, or all the events that they've done for the year. Because what we're going to start seeing is a pattern. Maybe Vino Grill is the worst place that this guy can do seminars. So when we talk about the fact that we want to know your numbers, we also know those numbers because we want to invest in you. So we understand that marketing is no longer an expense, it's an investment. And the better that you do, the better that we as an organization are going to do. And so if you're doing better as an organization, we're going to do better as an organization. We're going to put back money into your kitty to be utilized for marketing from your production. Now, one other thing that we also do is we created a loyalty club. So the longer that you've been with us, the higher your multiple is going to be within your marketing credits, because that's how real relationships are built. And that's what's missing in this industry right now, is the true legitimate investment in helping you, not just financially, but actually build a business so that you can build your own life the way that you want to. Now, cultivation is a little bit different, but this is where probably some of the most opportunity lies that you may not even be aware of. And cultivation is important because when you look at the business world right now, 48% of your competition, the people that you're competing against every single day, 48% of them never follow up with a prospect. Now, if you're one of the 48%, let's fix that. Okay. If you're one of the 48% that does not have a follow-up system or a follow-up way to get in front of those, keep those prospects front of mind, we've got to fix that. You are just throwing marketing dollars away, because it takes 80% of all sales. It takes 5 to 12 contacts to close 80% of all sales. Right? So 48% of you are not following up, and you're missing that opportunity. What does that mean? Well, you call them, you get them to come to a seminar, they see your seminar, you then try to book an appointment, they no show, that's 4 touches. All of a sudden they get another invite for another seminar, that's 5 touches. They go see the other person, they book another appointment, then they go see them, and now guess what? We're at eight touch points. They got the client, you didn't. Because no matter how good we all think we are as individual sales individuals, only 2% of the sales that we make are made on the first contact. And the reason for that is the amount of risk that a client takes with entrusting you with all of their hard-earned wealth that took them 30, 40, or 50 years to earn is completely different than buying a $50 gadget offline. If they go buy a $50 gadget offline and it doesn't work out, they know what their risk is. If they meet you once and say, here's $1 million, let's hope for the best, that could literally destroy their life, or it could be the best thing they've ever done. But they don't know. It's going to take them some time. And so you got to work through that with them. Now, the other aspect is, how often do you communicate with your existing clients? Because if you're not communicating with your existing clients, guess what? Your competition is. It takes roughly about 3.6 months for someone that you meet to feel 100% comfortable on average becoming a client. Now, our system tends to make that a little bit faster, but for those people, when you look at seminar people that didn't book an appointment, maybe they just weren't ready yet, they just weren't ready to fully commit, it's going to take 3.6 months of you being in front of them for them to feel like they should maybe come in and potentially convert to work with you. So having strategic content through your channels Not just boring old every other advisor content, but strategic content can really help increase that conversion timeline. So quick question for you is, are you cultivating your current prospects? Because if you're not, you're leaving money on the table right now, folks. I'm telling you right now, almost every advisor I've ever come across, we're able to show them just by utilizing cultivation strategies, hundreds of thousands of dollars to your bottom line per year. And I'll give you a great example. We call this a 67% opportunity. When you do a seminar, it's very common that 33% of the people that sign up are gonna move forward and come see you. 33% of prospects are gonna not show up, and 33% of the people that come to the seminar are gonna say not right now. Okay, this is kind of when you put 100 people in, this is kind of your statistical math. So who does everyone focus on? Well, everyone's going to focus on this top one right here, this 33.3%, because they're ready to move forward and you're ready to do business. You're excited to do business. They're excited to do business. The no-shows, you never call again. 48% of you will never call them again. And 33% that say not right now, that's not a no. That just means not right now. But if you're never following up on them, you're losing 67% of the opportunity that you paid for. You paid for this. Thousands and thousands of dollars came out of your account to pay to get in front of these people, yet you're letting 67% of the people get away and slip right through your fingertips without ever talking to them. Okay, 67% of the people that don't move forward are still more than likely going to have opportunity. There's A people, B people, and C people. And the 33% of the people that move forward are your A people. They're your people of action. Okay, they're going to move forward now. But your people that no showed, you don't even know why they didn't show up. The people that said not right now, maybe it was the wrong topic from your seminar, like we talked about earlier with Google Trends. But for whatever reason it is, if you don't stay in touch with them, you're missing out on almost 70% of the people that you paid to meet. So our solve for this is a system that's proprietary to Motivate called Automate. We don't believe that you should miss these opportunities. In fact, we feel that you should maximize the potential by automating your communication and automating your marketing by utilizing Automate. Okay. Automate's going to allow you to be in a situation where you have a CRM pipeline, unlimited sales funnels, website builders, all these different things we have. So instead of buying all these different companies, you get all of it within one thing called Automate. Automate has websites. We can build a website for you. We can build different funnels to take those people that you're interested in and funnel them down into a point where they become an actual client. It's got an internal operating CRM and different sales pipelines. What's important about the sales pipelines are they allow you to know your numbers. So as a business owner, you can look at your numbers and say, I have this many first appointments. I have this many closes this week. I have, and you can get a good idea where things are within those pipelines. Workflow automation. It's going to allow your clients to see you as a top-notch, extremely professional company, even if it's just one or two of you in the office. On the flip side, it's going to allow you to run your back office seamlessly through our different automations that we utilize and I've already built out that we can literally just hand off to you. We've done all the hard work for you. Reputation management. So when people go look at your name on Google, what do they see? What do they see from a reputation standpoint? Right? And even if you're 65 now, we can utilize testimonials. That's huge. Surveys and forms, creating a survey to your client. Find out, are they happy with this, with the type of customer service they're getting? Are they unhappy with it? What can they be doing? What can you be doing to make your business better for them? Find those different services. Email marketing, SMS marketing, all those different things that you're going to be utilizing, we can build those out for you so it happens automatically. You're spending your time doing what you do best, me with clients, and we can white label this as your software for your company. So we can make this where it's going to look like yours and everything's going to flow with whatever company you have and whatever brand that you're going to have. So everything that goes to your clients is going to come from your company. It's not coming from Automate. Now, I know that you guys have all been in automations before, but this will give you a very simplistic angle of what an automation looks like. Not a very difficult one to build, but it's for going to a webinar. So here's a webinar, just like you all did, signed up for it. We update the owner to one of our Vipers. We have a task to call them. We then have the initial registration. You get an email confirmation, another email, and so on and so forth until the point of actually having the automation. This is a pretty simple one. Automations can also become very complex. That's why you're going to want to work with someone like Motivate and our internal Automate team to help you build these things out for you so that whatever you're looking to create for your clients, you're able to do because of the fact that you have a team like ours behind you. Remember earlier I said how important a team is within this. What Automate also allows you to do, though, is it allows you to tackle something that may be overwhelming to many of you. It allows you to create a comprehensive digital marketing strategy to where when those 67% get away at that immediate time, you're still able to integrate digital marketing strategies to be able to keep in front of them, whether it's through web traffic, lead generation tools, emails and drip campaigns, social media, different videos that you want to send out, whatever it's going to be. We have those strategies so that that 67% becomes much more likely to do business with you. Okay. Now I mentioned video, and one of the reasons why I mentioned video is that 64% of consumers make purchases after viewing a branded social video. Why? Well, think about why you're on this webinar right now. So you're on the webinar right now because if I scripted this whole thing and just sent you a white paper on everything I'm talking about right now, the likelihood of someone like me reading it is as close to zero as possible. But I will watch a video. I will interact with people, and that will help me make a decision of whether or not that seems like it's something that could actually help me progress to the levels I want to progress, or if it's something that I don't really want to do. So how to run a digital cultivation strategy. The simplest answer for me would be utilize the Automates Done For You program that we have through Motivate, where everything's done for you. We handle your Facebook posts. We handle your emails. We handle your newsletters that go out to your clients. If you want to send us a video, we'll get that video put in there, published, sent out to your clients. We can handle all your internal and external communications, your marketing strategies, your workflows, whatever it's going to be. We can build you websites in there. We can build you landing pages. Whatever you're looking to create, we could just do it for you if that would be easier. Again, the question is, do you want to be the advisor or do you want to be a digital marketing specialist? Now, this doesn't just work for the prospects. This can also work for your existing clients. You can utilize the same thing for your existing clients by going through these cultivation strategies on the book that already trusts you, that already works with you. The difference is, while we call it cultivation, it tends to start squeaking its way into a catalyst strategy because they already like you. And the chance of them coming in immediately versus waiting 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks down the road is much higher. They're going to want to see you now because they've already built a relationship. Other ways to do this is to build your name and branding around your area is what we call lifestyle cultivation programs. So one program that we teach everybody, and it's important for me that you give back to the community that made you, is we utilize something called the Goodwill Game Plan. I love giving back to the community that's given to me. I incorporate charitable gifting because it's a win-win. Also, what type of people go to charitable functions? Normally, it's people that have disposable income, right? So you can leverage those relationships to nurture your company, but it's also going to be a situation to where you can experience significant growth because you're going to surround yourself with people that want to work with other people that think like them. And if you're there, you're thinking just like them. Now, however, we're going to teach you how to discover your cause because I wouldn't say go out and find the biggest charity out there. I would love to see you be a big fish in a small pond, but we want to make sure that when you're doing charitable things that you're ensuring all parties are mutually benefiting from this relationship and that you can get the best bang for your buck by helping out the community that way. Social solutions goes along the lines of what I was talking about earlier, where being social, getting out there and letting people see who you are. Now, social solutions teaches you how to leverage your current relationships, whether that be what we call your COIs or your circle of influence. But it can also be just doing any type of public speaking that they give you a chance to get in front of people, conferences, and trade shows, educational events, social events, all of these, which we have systems, templates, everything already built out for you. You just jump in and you start implementing. Hometown hero. In today's world of media, it's changing. Okay. When I first got in the business, it was radio. It was radio, 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 radio. Now we're seeing the world evolve. And I'm telling you, the success that we're seeing from people right now is podcasting. Podcasting, getting good press releases, letting the public know what you're doing, getting your name out there in effective media strategies. And then you can utilize that podcast to repurpose, like I mentioned earlier, with the Evergreen or the VSL seminar or webinar. With the hometown hero, you become the name that's synonymous with success. within your area. Okay. To be able to create this though, and have everything we just discussed, you've got to be consistent. You're never going to get six pack abs going to the gym once every 6 months, right? You've got to have the discipline of applying the same level of meticulous effort and detail into every aspect of business activities. Sometimes that also means eliminating things that keep you away from your ultimate goal. If you're doing things right now that are not helping you hit your ultimate goal, they need to be removed and removed quickly. Once you find what the process is that's going to allow you to hit the numbers you want, you need to do it over and over and over. You need to always be communicating, always using the process, always tracking your numbers, always know your ROI, always utilize the sales process because it gives you the effective results that you can count on that are efficient. And then always have a team that holds you accountable within everything. So when you look at consistency, this is what I think it's just a very crude way of looking at it. But if you do a marketing initiative on week one, you're going to have no appointments from that marketing initiative. More than likely, you're not going to close anybody. But if you do another marketing initiative on week two, more than likely, you should have at least 6 appointments from the first marketing initiative that move on and meet with you. And you go through a process. From there, you may not close anybody, and that's okay. Third week, though, you do another marketing initiative. Now you have 6 first appointments and you have 2 closed appointments. The following week, you're at 4 closed appointments. And what you can see in this closed appointments column is within a 6 week time period, you close 12 clients. For the motivated advisors, on average, each case is worth roughly $32,000 per first year commissions and revenue. If you did 32,000 12 times in 6 weeks, would that change your life? Would you have faith in the system? Would you have a belief within the system? Because that's exactly what it's going to take to have you hit the numbers that you want to hit to get to that level that you want to get to. Here's our process. The good news for you, you don't have to memorize it. We've built it into a digital strategy. The software takes care of all about two or three different steps within here. So when you look at these type of scenarios, now you're starting to get people in. How do you do case design? How do you get in front of, if you're in front of a $10 million person, you don't know what the next steps are. How do you go about it? That's what our team's for. Every Monday for the advisors that choose to be a motivated elite advisor, where there's certain qualifications you have to meet to be able to be in there. But we get all of our advisors together every Monday. We go over case design, and each and every one helps each other build the best case they possibly can, which is part of the reason why the advisor I told you about last week, or this week, that's closing 12 million, closed 5 million last week. Okay. He was on a webinar with all of us. Everyone was talking about different angles, different things you could do. And he created one hell of a plan for his case, that some of the things that, with all respect, he didn't think about. That's a big deal. That's going to really help you iron sharpens iron, as they say, right? So when you look at those type of things, that's one of the most exciting changes that we've made this year is we've created Motivate Elite, which really is exactly what it sounds like. It's for elite advisors that are growth oriented, that want to go out and scale, and they want to build the damn thing, right? And you do that by utilizing technology. As I showed you earlier, very complex type of things that we can take care of for you. But this is a very important thing. This is an automation that we had to create because of COVID. We created this automation because we had clients that would not come in the office. We had clients that wanted to do Zooms. We had clients that just wanted to do phone calls. But either way, I wanted to have it be set up to where it was automatic, less stress on my team. We are able to live like rock stars. And that's exactly what you're looking at right here as a process that built it out for 3 things. Now I have this for several different offices. You as the advisor can keep a task look at what all your clients or your employees are doing, how they're doing, are they following up, are they doing the things they want to do? It allows you to be, again, the CEO versus someone who's just a salesperson. Now, once you do all these things, and we're going to help you with this because most of this stuff is just basically you saying, yes, I need help and we'll take care of it. That puts you in the position where you should be doing what I said earlier. 80 to 90% of your time, especially if you're the only catalyst in your office, should be spent closing business in revenue generating activities. If you're spending more time doing outside things that are not, generating revenue for your company, you're actually losing opportunity and you're hurting yourself. This is our process. We utilize what we call the 8 elements of financial control, which allows my clients to become proactive versus reactive, and it allows you as advisors to do the exact same thing. It's one system that we walk our clients through that allows us, depending upon how you're licensed, to utilize anywhere between 6 and sometimes even 12 to 14 different revenue streams within one system. Meaning, it's very rare that someone ever walks into your office that you can't help unless you choose not to. The system, the process, it works. We can get you with any testimonial that you want to talk to, but what I would do is definitely talk to your vice president of advisor relations that got you on this call. If you don't know who that is, just reach out to us. But the system works, it changes lives, and I believe that no matter what, it can change yours as well. But there's one following increment that's important. This detail is super important. It's the coaching C. How many times have you gone to an event or joined a webinar like this where you got super excited about something? You're like, I'm going to make the change. I'm going to do this. And then you go home, you're really, really dedicated for about a week, and then you fall off about 2 weeks later and go back to your old school routines. Okay. With Motivate, that's different. We have limited how many people our Vipers, our vice presidents of advisor relations, can actually coach. We've limited it. Why? Because you're going to grow with us and we are committed to making you grow with us. And if you're not going to put the time in to grow with us, then we might not be the right firm for you. Right. But if you've gone from FMO to FMO to FMO to FMO, looking for something to change and your actual premiums never gotten better, at some point we got to figure out how to actually build you better. The Freedom Builder is one of the first steps that we utilize. The Freedom Builder allows you to build your dream team. Now, we believe that we're part of that, but we also believe that whoever's working at your office needs to know how to support you to be spending 80 to 90% of your time in your daily activities doing what's best for you and your company. So you're able to send your full back office team down to our office. And my team, who's got helped me get to the point where we're doing 35 to $45 million of business on an annualized basis, my team will teach your team exactly how to support you, just like my team supports me. It's absolutely crucial to have a team behind you. As we mentioned, that back office is absolutely crucial. We provide consistent training through webinars, boot camps, one-on-ones. We do all these different things at all times to help create a situation where you have exactly that. You can build your freedom. Another key component of the Motivate Elite is the Elevate You one-on-one coaching program. The one-on-one coaching program, this is not a coaching program that's designed to teach you how to sell more annuities, how to put more money under management. This is how do you build your life that you desire and you dream. This is the same coaching that I spend a ton of money on every single year that I've gotten the rights to be able to utilize to coach our advisors that really, really, really want it. We're teaching you how to run your business, how to structure your life, how to put yourself in a position where you're a better spouse, you're a better parent, you're a better business owner, you're a better boss, you feel better about yourself. Elevate You will absolutely be a game changer for you because it's more than just here's how you do a direct mail piece and sling an annuity. This is how you build a business. And guess what you can do with businesses later? You can utilize succession planning with them if that's something that you're looking at. You can sell them. But if you have something that's just a sales beehive of sales where you're just hoping for the best, that's not sellable. Within that, one more kind of key component is the FMO, the RA are going to work together for you. So one thing you'll see in the industry right now is many companies have different sections of their companies, the investment side, the annuity side, the life insurance side, whatever, and everyone's trying to grab your client's money as fast as possible. We're going to put all of our heads together and we're going to build a plan that is best for your client because our team is going to be compensated on your overall success, not what product do you utilize, but making sure you're putting your clients in a place that allows them to do the best interest for your clients. Our compliance is streamlined. We have an in-house compliance. We have in-house money manager. And I'll tell you, if you've met in-house money managers, you've never met one like ours. Our portfolios are absolutely amazing, but because of our size, we also have the ability to pivot quickly. And so the boutique style firm allows us to create different portfolios that will absolutely blow your mind and differentiate you from everybody else that's out there in the industry right now. No one's touching what we're doing on the investment side whatsoever. And the reason that, one of our core values is we always want to be innovating. So you will see new portfolios from us on a consistent basis. You will see things changing. One of our current portfolios that we have is called the Max Income. It's kicking out 42% of dividend income per year. I promise you haven't seen something like that in the past. It's very, very, very cool portfolio. And there's several different strategies that we can utilize. That's what we're always innovating. We're always striving to be the best, to bring you, the advisor, the best solution so that you can be the best for your clients. So when you put it all together, the catalyst, the cultivation, the consistency, the close, and the coaching, all five of those things running together will put you in a position where you have an efficient and an effective and a predictable revenue stream from your practice. You will move from that of a salesperson to that of a CEO, and it can change your life forever. Right? And we start that by going through the marketing, creating the user experience, teaching you how to be a full planner if you don't feel comfortable with everything that's out there right now. So the question I have for each and every one of you, and I'm going to open this up, but if you can learn how to take your business to the next level, utilizing specific processes that are proven and tested with my own firm, my own money, and my own marketing strategies that I spend money on, that you know would work and change your life, when would you want to start? And I hope the answer would be now. So I'm going to open this up real quick. I believe I can do this where I can actually take it and allow everyone to talk. You just have to unmute yourself. If anyone has any questions, I'd love to be able to open this up. I'm allowing people to talk. This feels super weird. All right, John, Nelson. So all you have to do to talk is just unmute yourself, and if you could, feel free to ask any question that you want. I would love to be able to answer as much as I possibly can. Anybody out there have any questions for me? Not one question. You guys just being shy? Anyone have a question? All right. Sounds to me like I must have nailed it today then. Well, with that said, I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your day to jump on this webinar with us. I hope it was worth your time. I'd love to hear some feedback. If you're shy right now, it's always funny to me when I meet financial advisors, how many of them are shy to actually ask any questions. But I would love to be able to hear from you if there's anything that I can help with you, to help guide you on or provide you advice on, or just to have bend an ear. Feel free to reach out to any of my team members, myself as well. Love to be able to hear from you and see different ways that we could potentially help you with your practice. I think there's a lot of value that we could bring to you, and I hope that you guys are seeing that with what we're talking about right now. We believe, and with this, that all of our partners are our relationships, our partnerships, and that's the foundation of Motivate. The real way you're ever going to see that is by coming to one of our events and seeing how we actually are. That's going to be the best taste of the whole thing. We recommend that advisors have a securities license. We really think, or at least be striving towards it. A annuity license, you've been active in the business for at least 3 years, that you really desire independence, that you're looking for massive growth. We also want advisors that have genuine knowledge and care and expertise when it comes to solving the financial issues and concerns for their clients. But what we're really looking for, and the main thing that's the most important, is we want action takers who want to change this industry for the better. We want people that's coachable. We want people that are decisive. We want people that are resourceful, that really want to change this industry and change the relationships of the people that you have around you. And this is the difference of being a motivated advisor versus being with everybody else. So I'll open it up one more time to any questions. Does anyone have any questions? All right. Well, I appreciate you all for jumping on. We will be contacting you soon to see if there's anything else we can help you with, or feel free to reach out to us at any time. Thank you all. Be safe, and thank you for helping your community out as much as you do. It means a lot. So we'll be talking to everyone soon. Take care. Bye-bye.